Hey all! Amanda here with your American Ninja Warrior Season 11 recap for Part 2 of Stage 1. This is where the remaining competitors face off against the same 8 obstacles as last week, which were Archer Alley, Spin Your Wheels, Double Dipper, Jumping Spider, Tire Run, the Warped Wall, the Diving Boards, and Twist and Fly. And they had to complete the course in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you fall at any point or do not make it to the end in time, your season is over unless you have a safety pass. That allows you to redo stage 1 or 2 should the safety pass winner fail either of these stages. Now, here are your results for part 2 of stage 1. No one fell on Archer Alley. Spin Your Wheels took out Brian Burkhart, Hunter Swan, and Jody Freeman, all of whose runs were cut. It also took out Matt Dolce, who face-planted off the landing, and his run was shown in highlights, as well as Garrett Lamb, whose run was shown in highlights. Others who failed on Spin Your Wheels and whose runs were cut included Nick Fordney and David Moonen. The Double Dipper took out Brian Burke, who bounced off the landing, Ben Uddy, aka Chad Flexington, and newcomer Maddie Howard. The Double Dipper also took out Caitlin Bergstrom, Verdale Benson, and Jeff Harris, all of whose runs were shown in highlights. It also took out Scott Wilson, Kendall Ortiz, Damira Konovic, Chris Wolchowski, and Joe Capobianco, all of whose runs were cut. In a stunning upset, Jessie Graff missed the second handle on the transfer and fell into the water, ending her season. The Jumping Spider took out Julius Ferguson, whose run was shown in highlights, and Dan Yeager, whose run was cut. Newcomer Taylor Amon's legs buckled on the trampoline heading into the Jumping Spider, and she fell in the water. And in another unbelievable upset, Sean Bryan dislocated his shoulder when entering the Jumping Spider and needed to be helped down off the course. They were able to pop his shoulder back into place afterwards, but his season is now over. Tire Run took out Jody Avila, who slipped off the big tire, and Scott Burns, whose run was shown in highlights. Alyssa Beard rolled off the big wheel and fell back into the water, ending her season. And the real-life ninja Drew Dreschel shockingly slipped off the big tire and had to use a safety pass for a second attempt. Tiana Weberly had an incredible recovery on Tire Run, but was timed out trying to get up the Warped Wall. The Warped Wall also took out Kenny Nimatalo, and his run was cut. The diving boards took out Caleb Bergstrom and Caleb Bauer, whose run was cut. The diving boards also took out Brandon McWilliams, Michael Salinzi, and Trevor West, all of whose runs were cut. Nick Hansen had an incredible recovery off the diving boards, but in a rush to beat the clock, he missed the net. This is the third year in a row Nick has failed on the last obstacle of Stage 1. The Twist and Fly also took out Dustin Rocco, who couldn't hold on to the net, and Anthony DeFranco, who ended up too low on the net and timed out. Both runs were shown in highlights. Zach Scholes timed out, and his run was cut, as well as Sean Darling-Hammond's run. Of the 16 competitors to finish the course in time, we have Casey Shukaki, who hit a buzzer with 4:34 remaining, Grant McCartney, who had a great recovery on the tire run and hit a buzzer with 6:56 remaining, Seth Rogers, who hit a buzzer with 7:40 left and may be one to watch in the future, Karsten Williams finally hit a buzzer at Stage 1 with 10:08 remaining, Ben Wales, a walk-on whose run was shown in highlights, hit a buzzer with 10:22 remaining. Alex Blick hit a buzzer with 11:58 remaining, and his run was shown in highlights. Dave Cavanaugh hit a buzzer with 15:43 remaining and kept his safety pass. His run was shown in highlights. Hunter Girard had a great recovery on tire run and hit a buzzer with 17:30 remaining. His run was shown in highlights. Michael Torres hit a buzzer with 17:68 remaining and kept his safety pass, and his run was shown in highlights. Joe Moravsky hit a buzzer with 19.81 remaining, making this his 6th Stage 1 buzzer, and his run was shown in highlights. Drew Dreschel hit a buzzer on his second attempt with 20.25 seconds remaining. He will be a dad by December 2019. Tyler Gillette hit a buzzer with 27.55 remaining, and his run was shown in highlights. Josh Salinas hit a buzzer with 32.5 seconds remaining, whose run was shown in highlights. Taylor Smith hit a buzzer with 38.81 seconds remaining. His run was shown in highlights. Ethan Swanson hit a buzzer with 41.27 seconds remaining. His run was shown in highlights. And Kid Owati hit a buzzer with 51.78 seconds remaining, and who finished with the fastest time of all for Stage 1. So there you have the results from American Ninja Warrior Season 11, Stage 1, Part 2. Overall, we have 28 competitors heading to Stage 2, and 4 of them have safety passes. Stay tuned to my channel for another prediction video for Stage 2, and of course stay tuned to American Ninja Warrior, because as you know, anything can and usually does happen. I will of course have another recap video for you following the show, and to keep you all up to date on the latest, so feel free to play along by letting me know who you think has what it takes to pass Stage 2, and continue their quest to the top of Mount Midoriyama and the $1 million prize. Until then, stay tuned and enjoy the show.